Welcome to the Young Researcher Academy YouTube channel. Join a vibrant network of young scholars, united by a passion for discovery and a drive to make a meaningful impact. Stay updated, collaborate, and grow with us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Seminar, we said something on the systematic literature review, and this is the third seminar we're going to be having on that same topic. So in the first seminar, we established, I opened our eyes to some things about how you can write a systematic literature review, what it means, the tools that you need, how you can register your research protocol, and I try to distinguish between systematic review and meta-analysis, okay? So, and let me reiterate that again, that systematic review is the simplest form of review that you can ever have. It makes your work easier. You don't need to go about collecting data from one place to another before you can come up with something, although the process is rigorous. However, it's much more easier because you don't need to spend your money in printing of questionnaires, going up and down to collect data, okay? And if you think it's not easy, I'm a testimony because I already have 4 systematic literature review, and one is still under review. So please, it's very easy. So I would want everyone to actually make use of these things that we are dishing out in this community and put it into practice. So we started, let me just share my screen so that we can. So in the last seminar, this was where we stopped. We were able to establish some like 4 paragraphs that we can use for our thesis statements. So in case you missed that seminar, please, you may need to go and watch that video again. So we established our thesis statement by searching through some papers, and to make things easier, we were not the one that read the paper. We didn't read the paper one after the other. We got the use of artificial intelligence to guide us in reading the papers, and it makes things easier. And we're able to come up with a topic, which is tentative topic, and this is the topic here. So the topic we're able to come up with is okay, let me expand this. Is a systematic review of emerging technologies in addressing teaching and learning gaps across basic, secondary, and tertiary education. So please permit me, for those that are not in the field of education, please, those in pure sciences, don't worry. In our next seminar, we're going to be doing some examples that relate with what you're doing. But notwithstanding, the process is still the same. As long as you have the understanding of how to conduct it, you can always apply it in your field of study. And very soon, I will try to connect you people together. There's something we call interdisciplinary research, so that you guys can actually, collaborate together to do something. So if you are in environmental science department, you are in GIS department, you are in biochemistry department, you can always come together as a team and do something. So I said that when we want to start this, we are going to start with the method section, okay? We're going to start with the method section, okay? The method section. But before then, I told us that we can register a research protocol. But before we go ahead and register the research protocol, we need to have a kind of draft of this method, because we are going to be needing some of those information in we're going to be filling some of the information in a research protocol. Research protocol website when we open the account for that. So our method section is the first thing, and what will be coming in the method section will be the research design, right? That will be the first thing, research design. And who can tell me the kind of research design that we're going to be using for a systematic literature review article? Research design. Even though you don't know that, you can quickly go and check it in the article I recently posted. What kind of research design are we going to be using for a systematic literature review article?
It's Prisma Research Design.
Oh, okay. Actually, Prisma is not a research design. It is just a kind of guide. Yeah, it's a kind of guide. So the research design is a systematic literature review. That's the research design. So we are just using Prisma as a guide in getting the articles we're going to write. Do we get that? So we have different types of research design. We have mixed method. We have empirical. We have a correlational research design. We have quasi-experimental. We have experimental research design. We have survey research design. We have descriptive research design, and the likes. So please, we need to go and learn about that. I always forget that I want to send a particular two materials on how to, understand research design to the group. Please kindly remind me. Please, I'm telling everyone in case I forget to send it again tomorrow. Please just tag me on the group so that I can send that to us for us to, peruse it. So the research design is systematic literature review. So as I'm starting, we say that this study employed, you can use the word employ or adopt. But let me use employed. A systematic literature review. A systematic literature review. So you can put the short form so that anytime you're writing a paper like an article like this and you want to use a word in which you feel that the acronym will be better since you're going to be reusing those words. So it's better you just at first mention of the word, systematic literature review, you put the acronym there, and then in subsequent usage, you can start using the acronym. So it adopts a systematic literature review using the Prisma, using Prisma guide. So what's the full meaning of Prisma? Anyone? What's the full meaning of Prisma?
Preferred reporting items, systematic review, and meta-analysis.
Oh, thank you for that, Mr. Adams. Those are the scholars in the house. Preferred reporting, yeah,
Items.
preferred reporting items for systematic review and the meta-analysis. So that is, the full meaning of Prisma. Prisma 2020, because that's the year 2020. Prisma guidelines, right? Developed by, who developed it? I've sent this to the chat. I told us I already have this in my Zotero, so I'm going to send the link for that Prisma where you can download the Prisma or where you can cite it. But I can just send the reference list to you here. So let me go to my library and search for page Prisma. I just hope this thing will not give me a problem because, or let me just cite it here. I can cite it here and copy later. Developed by, I think it's Page et al. Okay, then I'll go to my Zotero, hard citation. For now, let's maintain APA 7th edition. So when we want to submit the article, we can change it to whatever format As you can see, we have different formats here. So I don't need to be, stressing my brain to look for the kind of citation style I want to use. So this reference will help me. So APA 7th edition. So I'll click OK. Then it's going to pop up this. As you can see, this is a menu here. So just search for that. Prisma. Even if you search for Prisma, it's going to bring out some of the articles that use Prisma. As you can see, this is it here, Page et al. 2021, right? 2021. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to omit author. Why am I omitting author? I'm omitting author because I'm using a narrative citation. Okay, the difference between a narrative citation and parenthetical is that narrative citation, yes, narrative citation is maybe you want to refer to the author at the beginning or maybe at the middle of the sentence, and you still want to continue with the sentence, okay? But parenthetical is when the citation is ending the statement. So I'm omitting author here because I've already put the page et al. Here. Then I'll click done. So and I'll just click here and the citation comes in here. So I can just put my list of references here so that as I'm adding the references, it's just going to be updating it for me. So I'll type references, then I'll click add or edit bibliography. So I'll click on this. So once I click on that, it has bring the list of reference for me here. Okay, as you can see here, I don't need to be stressing myself looking for it. It's already here. So based on developed by Page et al. 2020. So to search for what are we searching for? Search for articles across. How many database should we use? I know we are going to use Google Scholar. Google Scholar to search for a paper. We're going to use Scopus. Which other database?
Eric.
Are you sure? Are we going to be able to? Are we going to be able to access the paper? Okay, let's put Eric.
Yes.
Eric. What's the full
You
meaning
can
of Eric?
select
We need to put the full meaning of Eric here. What's the full meaning, please? I've forgotten. Anyway,
educational research. I
we
think
can just put
database.
Eric there now. Then
Yes, ERIC.
yeah, ERIC. We'll put it there. Then we'll adjust it later. And Eric, I think we should stop at Eric, right? Or should we? If you had Web of Science, we won't be able to get the articles in Web of Science since none of our institution is has partnered with them. So it's better we just stop it here with Eric. Okay, and we can also use Justor because I have access to Justor. Though I have access to Justor. I think let's put Justor. Eric and JASTOR. So the full meaning of all this, we are going to include it later. Okay, so why are we choosing this database? Why are we choosing this database, and why are we choosing systematic literature review? What's the justification for using the systematic literature review? Anyone? What justification? We are not talking, anytime you are writing your research design, there must be, anytime you are writing your method section, everything you are writing there, you must justify it. If not, there may be questions. You may raise some questions on it. Okay, Mrs. Badmus.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Actually, I think we are writing about narrative. I think the approach we plan to use is narrative, explanatory narrative. So we want to look through what literatures have already documented about this particular topic, sir.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's correct. So what's now the justification we are going to use to back use of SLR? Okay.
Yes, because the
Okay,
topic
I
itself,
understand.
sir.
I understand your point. I'm just asking how we're going to put it down. That's what I'm trying to ask. I understand you're correct. Too. You are correct about what you said. I agree with you on that. Because we are looking at existing literatures. We want to establish some things from the existing literature, right? So we can just put it this way. A systematic literature review is considered
Appropriate.
suitable.
Okay.
Is considered suitable. Suitable. Why do we consider it suitable? Because it ensures that, okay, it ensures that, okay, a comprehensive transparent, a
And kind
comprehensive,
of
transparent, and
identify.
replicable. Okay,
Yes.
it ensures a transparent, comprehensive, and replicable process through identification, and which other thing? Identification
And
of trends.
yes, of trends, current trends, and potential research areas.
Yeah, current trends. You just write those things. Oh, your English may not be correct, but don't worry. You later on, after putting everything together, you read through, then you will adjust. Identification of current trends. And you said something, sir. Please, can you repeat that?
Yeah, facilitate identification of current trends and then maybe potential research areas.
And
Something.
a potential research area. Okay,
Yeah.
come to just use
Direction. Okay.
evidence-based practices or evidence-based research.
Okay.
Yeah. In which research in emerging technologies. Okay, evidence-based research of emerging technologies. Yeah. Of emerging technologies in teaching and learning across various educational level and disciplines. Levels and disciplines. Okay, so that's the reason. Through the identification of this blah 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 blah. So why are we now choosing Prisma? In addition, why are we choosing Prisma? What's the justification for choosing Prisma? Some people are not just talking. Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Emeka. I can see that you've sent the full meaning of Herrick to the chat, so I'll just put that here. Oh, no. Aha, yeah, let me quickly teach us something. Now, if you are copying something, this is the way they catch some people when you do copy and paste. When you copy something and you just Control V like this, it's going to put it here like this. The way the formatting is going to put it there. So if you are pasting next time, I copied it from the chart. Just come here to your home on the Word. You will see this paste here, right here at the top left. This paste here, okay? So what you're going to do is that you'll click on this arrow down here, okay? Then we'll come to this place, this one here. Keep text only. Keep text only means that it's going to clear all the formatting. that comes with where you are copying it from. So just paste it. As you can see, that formatting has been cleared. So you put that in bracket. The hierarchy will be in brackets. So we are putting the hierarchy in brackets. No, we can't change this. Okay. In addition, we consider Prisma framework suitable because what's the function of Prisma? Hello, am I the only one here? God, I'm talking to myself. God, I beg.
No. We are here.
You are with you, sir.
I'm here.
Okay,
It's
you
just
just
that
want
we
me
are
to be doing
muted
it so
to
that we'll be
avoid.
following. You know, we are doing
No,
this
no, no,
together.
no. It's just that we are muted so that we don't
Okay,
interrupt.
okay, that's fine, that's fine.
But I'm alert.
You are with you.
So maybe to a kind of to filter
Yeah,
a collection of those information that we have gathered or we are gathering.
okay. I'm thinking of a better way to put that, but we can always do this. Let me quickly do something here. You know, at times you just have to justification for using Prisma
Hmm?
guideline
Hi.
in
Hi.
SLR.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Who is that, please? Who is that, please? You are in a meeting. Kindly stay muted. Yeah, to ensure. So like someone said that day that can we just copy it and adjust it when we get to Word? So that's what we're going to do. You know, I don't like copying. Okay, so let's just come here and you know, I'll just paste it down here and we'll see it. So in addition, we consider the Prisma guideline suitable because, or let's say we adopted, the Prisma guideline because it ensures it helps with a what? With a transparent, rigorous, and replicable SLR process by SLR process for identifying screening, assessing and what? And reporting
Relevant
studies. Thereby minimizing selection Okay, thereby minimizing bias in selection of relevance in selection and reporting of relevant studies. In addition, the guideline improves methodological words. Okay, or let's just stop it here. Since that justification, I think, is enough. Hello, are we there?
Okay. I hear you, sir.
Yeah, we are there, sir.
All right.
Yes, yes.
So we've been able to establish this now. Okay, so the study employed a systematic literature review using the PRISMA 2022 framework, guidelines developed by Page et al. 2020, to search for articles across Google Scholar, Scopus, Herrick, Justo, and a SLR is considered suitable. So here you can use a personal pronoun. So you can decide to change. We consider SLR approach suitable, blah, 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 but we can leave it as it is now. So I don't think we are done with this. So after using this SLR, I think there is also need for us to make use of a critical appraiser program. And what's the function of, say, CASP? Critical appraiser, program is used to find, is used to set criteria that you can employ in searching for papers for the review. Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yes, sir.
we can go to another paragraph now to find suitable studies. Studies to find suitable published articles we engaged in collaborative discussions, just like we are doing now, and developed the criteria for who is admin, the criteria for selecting articles using the critical appraiser skill, critical appraiser skills program. Critical appraisal skill program, CASP. So this one is an established, appraiser tool. So we need to document it. We need to cite the source. So CASP. Critical appraisal. Okay, so this is, as you can see here, this is CASP systematic review checklist. So I'm just going to enter that. And that's the citation for it. So critical appraisal skill program. All right, to find suitable published articles, we engage in collaborative discussion and develop the criteria for selecting critical appraisal to program. So I think the research design, we can stop here. Maybe if there's anything we need to include, we'll include it later on. Do we get this part?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm a bit slow because this is practical, so I can't be fast. If I want to work at my own pace, it will be, too fast for others. So that's the research design. So the next thing after the research design is that we want to, okay, the next thing is supposed to be search strategy. Okay, the next thing is meant to be search strategy. Okay, so search strategy. So this search strategy, we can start here. Okay. So we conducted a systematic search through, is it true or across which databases? The database we've mentioned earlier, Google Scholar. Don't forget that we still need a justification for choosing all these, sources, all these databases. So let me just bracket it so that we'll not forget. We need to provide justification for this. So these are the kind of things that you look out for when you are writing papers, because you have to think like reviewers. Google Scholar. Please, Mr. Rhyme, if anyone is making noise, just mute the person. Thank you. Google Scholar. Which other place? Google Scholar, we said Harry Scopus.
And JSTOR.
Eric, yeah. JSTOR. Okay, and JSTOR. So, to identify peer reviewed. We are not just identify articles, we have identify peer reviewed. It's not all the articles that are in, especially Google Scholar, that are peer reviewed. It's not everything. So we want to use a peer reviewed article. Peer review article is a kind of articles that has undergone peer review before publication. Okay, so peer reviewed articles. Or should we call it articles, or we should use studies? Which one is more suitable? Articles or studies?
I think article is still good.
That's better.
Okay, articles. Okay. Peer-reviewed articles published between, how many years are we using? Should we do 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years, like 2016 to 2026.
Okay, 2016 to 2026 is 11 years actually. That would be 2017 to 2026, yeah.
Okay.
2017 to 2026, right? 2020,
Yes.
2026. 2017. I know this is not correct. It's supposed to be 2017 and 2026. in 2026. Okay, I think the internet is just, moving people up and down this evening. So before, let me take a pause here and entertain questions. I know some of us might have some reservations. Please, questions? Or do you feel that we are doing too much, that this process is too long? Maybe there is a shorter way we can do it. Just tell AI to help us. Questions, please.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm with you.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Mr. Shervin, I think your internet is not stable. That's why we can't hear us. Please, someone should help me drop a message for him on the chat that we can hear him, but he can't hear us. So, I'll just proceed since no one is asking any question and no one is raising anything. So we just have to proceed like that. So
Hello,
when
sir. Sorry, sir.
yes,
I thought he wanted to say something. The guy that was
oh,
not able, we were not able to hear him. Sorry, I want to suggest that can we use dimension AI for this, sir?
why?
Hello.
I'm with you, man.
I thought you said can we, I thought you said can we employ another thing, another AI that can. I thought that was the question you asked.
No, 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 no. That was not the question. I said any
Can you
question.
hear me?
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, ma'am. I can hear you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you. Hello, Mrs. Badmos. My question was that, is there any question? That was what I said. Is there any question or any submission to what we've done so far? Or maybe clarification? That was what I said.
Okay, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate all you're doing. Thank you. I want to ask a question regarding. I'm just getting introduced to the strategy of writing this way. All right. Someone told me recently that I just want to ask if it's true that I will have to get the skeleton, or let's say the foundation of what I want to write, the format of what I want to write, and I will instruct AI or any AI tool I'm using to help me convert it into Prisma, like to use Prisma guideline for it. I want to ask if how valid is that, because I don't know if we're going to do the practical here now, or are we going to do the practical to see how it is being done?
Sir, AI, you can't use AI to do that because AI is not human. You can't use AI.
Okay.
I don't know what the person mean, but I believe that what the person mean is that when you get the studies that you want to use, you just upload it on AI, then AI will start writing.
Okay.
Right. Is that what the person mean?
Yeah, that's what the person said.
Okay, that is wrong and is unethical. If they catch that person, if the person wants to submit a paper to a serious outlet and they catch the person, they will block the person.
Okay.
Very wrong. And the person may be reported to the institution. So, so it's very wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's very, very wrong. And that's the
Okay.
reason we are teaching this method of doing things. It's not that we didn't use AI. In fact, for us to come up with our topic, for us to establish our thesis statement, we did a whole lot of work. I think we spent more than 1 hour, 30 minutes doing that in our last seminar. I believe people here can testify, can attest to that, right? So these are the
Yeah.
things we've
Okay.
done with this AI. We've done a whole lot of things, and we don't just come here to get something from AI. We need to prompt AI and get some things. This is where it started. Okay, we started
Okay.
by
I
bringing
just
together everyone's field of study. Then we asked AI if it is possible to come up with an article. So AI identified some gaps, and we pick one of it. Then from there, we ask AI to give us, um, you know,
I
search string, the string that
Okay.
we can use to search for papers on Google Scholar. And these are the strings AI gave us so that we
Okay.
can establish our thesis statement. Then after doing that, we search for the papers and we're able to get how many papers were we able to come up with? Okay, this is it. We're able to get oh my God. Okay, don't tell me that I've mistakenly deleted the, okay, is it here? Okay, so we're able to get about 35 papers using the search string, right?
Okay.
So after doing that, I'm just trying to do a recap because, uh, you know, after doing that, we copied the list of references and, upload it and ask that we've attached the list of references that we've gathered and
Okay.
we search through these papers and filter out 20 to 25 of it that can be used to write the introduction of my paper and establish the research gap. So
Okay.
normally the manual way of doing research is that we are meant to read through those papers one after the other. But this time around, we are not reading through the papers. We are asking AI to help us, to assist us in
Help
reading.
us
Yes.
read through the papers
Yeah.
and
So this one is now different from you just telling AI to write for you. This time around,
yeah.
telling AI to help you read and these are the things we ask AI to do, what was done, how they did it in each paper, their findings, their
Okay.
conclusion, and their limitations. And these are the things it gives us. So it gave us all these things, and we from there we said it should organize this to teams, right? Teams, and it should
Okay.
include some statement about what was proven in the thematic area.
That thematic areas. Okay.
So these are the teams. The first team is AI and emerging technologies in higher education, blah, 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 everything like that. So from there, we said construct the research gap. So this is the research gap. As you can see, this doesn't make any sense. So
Yes.
someone
Yes.
that doesn't know an ethical way of using research, just copying this, right? But we
Yes.
didn't do that. So we only pick out some things because it's broad, too broad. And this is what we are able to come up with, right? This is what we're going to
Okay.
be using to form our, problem statement in the introduction by the time we are through with everything. So, and
Okay.
from there, we constructed our topic using the MPSA framework. So use the MPSA framework to construct your topic. MPSA means method, problem, MPSA, method, problem, sentences, and I think the next one is analysis or something. So that's the framework we use to construct the topic, right? Then we now get
Okay.
started with this.
Okay.
Yeah, people do use AI to do that, and they will say that there is AI humanizer. The humanizer you are using is also AI. So I don't see any point in doing that.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
Thank you.
you're welcome, sir. So this is where we stopped here. We said that we are identifying the paper that's 10 years between 2017 to 2026. Some people are already tired and they've left. Okay, no problem. So so the search okay, so here now we now need to go back to our AI model and get the search strategy. Okay, so we'll just come and copy our topic here, this topic here, and continue from where we stopped in the last time. So we have started we've started writing the article or the manuscript because it's a manuscript. It's not yet an article until it is published. The manuscript with manuscript methodology section, method section, okay? And section for this topic we agreed on. And what's the topic? Paste that topic here. So what are we going to do? Help us with the search string, search strategy based on this based on these drafts problem / thesis statements. Mr. Rahim is out now. Who will now admit Mr. Rahim? Okay, let me admit him. So I'm just going to go there and copy the thesis statements or the problem statement here, which is this. Let me use tempora. Because we have not yet. So let's see what AI is going to give us for the thesis statement. So as that is loading, any question or any contribution before we proceed? Mrs. Awe, Mrs. Badmos, Mr. Tijani, Mrs.
Yeah. I don't have any questions, sir. I'm just observing the way, I'm carefully observing the way you are
I'm
doing.
listening, sir. Well done, sir.
All right. Okay. So when you do that, it says that, what did I send you? I only told you to give me search strategy. You are doing all this nonsense. So this is how AI overdo. So it says that
They overdo.
they overdo Abi. This systematic review was conducted using blah 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 blah. We don't need all this now. So okay, there's something we missed there. Okay, now this where the assistance of AI is very important. There's something we missed here. I think we need one or two things here. So I'll just go here. I need to adjust something here. We conducted a systematic search on Scopable to identify peer review published between blah 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 blah. So I'll paste that and I copied here. To identify peer-reviewed studies between peer-reviewed articles published between 2017 and 2026 that examines, okay, or examining, because we need to be specific, the application of, AI. I'm going to use AI here because in our introduction, we are going to state the meaning of that acronym, AI and emerging technologies in address. Okay, it's our topic, so we can copy this. We can copy this, so there's no crime in that. So I think we are good to go on this. So in addressing this, so the major thing we want to put now is I want to include the search strategy and the search, the search string. We can put that in form of a table. Okay, blah, 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 blah. All these palaver, I don't need it. As you can see, he's mixing things up. All these things are the things we've measured in the research design. So he's separating it. So, so it says we can use 5 Boolean search string were developed based on the core construct of research problem. Okay. So these are the five. So here now we can use this because it's a search string, right? Okay. It's a search string, and the construct is this over hacking AI education relationship, blah blah blah, all these. So this is the search string we want to use. So we can just say 5 Boolean. Okay. Let me copy this and reconstruct in my own way. I believe I'm not too fast.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You're not.
Okay. Okay. We developed 5 Boolean search string as okay, based on what? The COI constructs. Is there any other word that we can use to replace this? Let me see if there's any other meaningful word. Okay, the COI concept. Yeah, I think this concept of the research problem, right? You don't need to repeat that research problem because we're going to state it in the, introduction. Okay, as presented, there's going to be a command here, as presented in table 1. So these are first table now. So we'll present our table here. So we'll come up with the table. So for this table, how many columns? I think here now, I'm going to need to show my windows side by side. I only need the tab for that. Sorry, please. Okay, I think this tab. Oh, no. This tab. So I need these 2 tabs to be side by side so that I can prepare my table because I can't copy the table. I know someone that is in a hurry, we just go ahead and copy that table. And we'll now be struggling with how to edit it when it gets to MS Word. All right, so we'll come here now. And, table 1. So I'm using APA 7th edition format to format my table. Search okay. Let me just copy that. I believe we are following.
Yes, sir.
Some people have not even said the statement since we started this thing. It is well, but I believe they are following, Sha. Someone is laughing. It is well.
I don't say anything because this is my first time of attending this.
Oh, Mr. Tosi.
Yeah.
You are welcome.
So I need to watch
the previous seminars video, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you were in the first seminar, sir. I think it was the second one you missed.
Really? No, I don't think so.
Mr. Adams, though.
I don't think so.
Oh, you were there, sir. You were there. I think you were there. You were there.
Okay.
Yeah, you were there. It's only the second one you missed.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here now. So we'll come here and insert our table. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. 3 columns and how many rows? 6 rows. So we'll come here, insert table. 1, 2, 3 column and 6 rows. Like this. Then we'll come here. We'll format it in APA format. So I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to choose only this one. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to look like. Strings. No. Serial number. So this one is search string. And this one will be I don't want to use COI constructs targeted. Targeted constructs.
Concept, yes.
targeted constructs. That's what I think that is okay. Right. So this one is 1, right? So you can just, so after this one now, we have to stop and do our literature search because that will be the next thing. We can't proceed further without doing that. All right. So come here and paste this. Oh my God. I'm not supposed to, this thing is not supposed to be justified. That's scattered everything for me now. Okay, I will adjust it later, no problem. So this is the way we are going to use the search, those strings to search for whatever we want to use. Don't mind the way there's space there. It's because I justify that. So I'm going to remove the justification later on. So 3. The third one is this. And let me auto feeds contents. So it's going to adjust that. All right, for this one, rural and basic education context. So systematic review is not something only one person can do. It is very, very stressful. If you want to do it on your own, you need to collaborate with others. Because we've not even started using the critical appraisal program. So because we are still going to make use of it, we are still going to make use of Excel to organize all these things. If you really want to have accurate results, because I don't know if you know of retraction. There are some papers that they retract, and the reason is because it presents inaccurate results. Presentation of inaccurate results, use of artificial intelligence to write paper. In fact, there was one paper that has had over 2,000 citations and it was retracted. And the funniest part is that the paper is on AI. The paper is on artificial intelligence and it was retracted because the authors used, artificial intelligence to write the paper. So this is the, search string, right? That we want to use for this one, right? Search string use across the databases. Okay, and after the search string, the next thing is supposed to be the inclusion and exclusion criteria, right? Inclusion.
Sorry, please, I have a question.
What's the question, sir?
The question is that, you said we develop 5 Boolean search string. Are we not supposed to cite that?
No. It's what we develop. You look at the word there. 5 search string were developed based on, we're supposed to use we developed. Sorry. We are not citing it. It's something we developed.
Okay, because
yeah,
we developed.
Yeah. We are the one that developed it, so we are not citing it. You only cite a claim when it is something that is not general. It's not a general claim or something you copy from an article. Maybe something someone said, or maybe something you watched in a video or something. That's when you state it. I mean, you cite it. Even when you paraphrase it, you have to cite. That's when to cite. If something is a general statement, you don't need to cite. For instance, the Nigeria became independence in 1960. It's a general statement, so there's no need for us to cite it. It's a general claim. All right. So and this is where we have the search strategy. So we've been able to come up with the search strategy, and I think the next thing now should be for us to, go and establish the. Okay, but before then, we can search, use this screen to search for papers later. Let's establish our inclusion and exclusion criteria so that we can register the research framework in open science so that, the research protocol. So when we register the research protocol today, I think we're going to end there. So let's go to the next thing, which is inclusion and exclusion criteria. Inclusion and exclusion criteria. Inclusion and exclusion criteria. So how do we include study? What are the studies we want to include? What are the studies we want to exclude? So this is where we are going to ruminate together now and see how we want to do it. So which studies are we including? Which study are we not including? What are the criteria we want to use for inclusion? So let's say we adopted a rigorous inclusion and exclusion criteria in order to maintain the quality, relevance, and currency of the selected studies. As presented, so we can present that in a table 2. In table 2. So that's our second table. In table 2. So this the inclusion and exclusion criteria was developed why are we developing it? Or was designed, not developed. It's not something we develop. We design it. Was designed to ensure that only studies that meet certain relevance standard were analyzed while the irrelevant ones were or low quality ones were what? What do we do to them? excluded. Okay, I've been the only one talking. It is well.
I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir. We are following.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the inclusion criteria? Let's just come up with a table so we can add other statements to it when we come up with a table. So I think in the table we're going to have inclusion and exclusion criteria. So that will be table 2. Table 2, and that's going to be inclusion and exclusion criteria, right? So this one will be in italics. So I think in that table, we are going to have three columns. We're going to have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. Then we don't know how many criteria. So the first column will be criteria. The second one will be inclusion. The third one will be exclusion. You know, the reason why it's very important that you use table most of the at times in article is because, you know, if it were to be normal, dissertation you want to write, all these tables may be limited. You may limit them because you would want to write as much as possible because you want to you want to meet up with the word count of your department or your institution, right? But here now, you know, there's limitation to the amount of words some journals accept. So you need to be very careful. And that's why I want to put this in, in a table so that it's going to shorten the length of the things we are writing. So the first inclusion criteria is that we want to use the dates. And what's the inclusion date? Okay, studies between 2017 to 2026, right? 2026. That was what we said there. Then what are we
Okay.
excluding? 2016, 2016. Okay, 16 or studies or before, right? So any study
Yeah.
that is before 2016 and the one in 2016 are excluded, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought you said you're going to use and instead of the hyphen.
Okay. Yes, we can. Yeah, we can put that here. The major thing is because you know in this place is a statement. Is a statement there. Well, no problem. We can use that. So the dates. Then which other thing? Language. Yes. Language, published language, because we don't want to go and be downloading papers that are published in German because we don't understand German, right? Published language. So the only category of paper I want to include is English, right? Papers published in English. So any paper that is non-English will be excluded, right? So these are the things we acknowledge as a limitation. So which other thing?
Did you consider
You
method?
only open
Method,
AI.
yeah.
Open
Methods.
Yeah,
Okay.
method or paper type. Yeah, someone said open access. Wow, that's great. Yeah, method or paper type. Method or paper
What
type.
type?
So method or paper type. So let's consider empirical papers, right?
Empirical. Yes.
Empirical. Are we considering only empirical? I think we should just consider only empirical.
I think that's the most basic because others are either opinionated or theoretical papers.
Yeah, empirical or conceptual. Should we include conceptual paper? Conceptual paper is not, it's just like an opinion, right? So, and I'm thinking based on what we want to do here, when we look at thesis statements here, we said that there's limited evidence on how emerging technologies are being applied to address teaching and learning. So let's just limit it to, empirical.
Okay.
Yeah. Empirical articles. So what are we excluding? We are excluding non-peer-reviewed articles. Okay, method or paper type, empirical articles, and peer-reviewed. Okay, let's say peer-reviewed empirical articles. I think that's better, right? Peer-reviewed.
Yeah, I think that statement is more better.
Yeah, peer-reviewed empirical articles. So for this one, non-peer-reviewed, non-peer-reviewed. Non-peer-reviewed. Which other one? Editorials.
Editorials.
Conceptual.
Concept notes.
Theoretical.
Theoretical opinion.
Opinion. Although they are still the same word. Opinion. Book review. We are excluding book review as well. Book reviews. Review articles. We are also excluding review articles. Right? Any form of review articles, whether it's meta-analysis, systematic review, narrative review, scoping review, anyone. Review articles. And I think that's all right.
Understood.
Yeah. So, which other thing? Okay. Education level. So educational level is please, which educational level are we considering? Do we say we want to consider the other time? We stated
Primary,
this.
secondary.
Is
I
it
think
secondary and higher?
we considered about three.
I think it's primary, secondary, and higher. Let's check it. I think
Exactly.
Tertiary.
Three categories.
it's okay.
Yes.
It is basic, secondary, and tertiary. So it means that okay, if you are saying basic, do you know basic education? Primary is also part of it.
Yes.
Exactly.
If you are not going to
Primary.
be including primary, it's better we change that word basic, because some reviewers will question that statement, because especially if the reviewer is from Nigeria. In Nigeria we have basic education, and basic education is from basic 1 to 9. Just 1 to 3 is part of it.
Yes, 1 to 3
Yes.
is part of it.
Okay.
So we want to exclude the primary aspect of the
Yes,
basic,
let's
right?
exclude primary aspects. Yes, across.
So how do we frame
Secondary.
it now? Should we not call it junior secondary? Which will be too
No.
long.
We can just remove basic there, right?
Are you
So we
secondary?
say
Then maintain
secondary.
those two categories.
Secondary, yeah, secondary can be either junior secondary or senior secondary, right?
Don't you think that basic will form part of the gap since we're excluding?
Okay,
Because
okay, we should.
research on basic
Okay, let's just
yes,
say. Okay,
research
let's
on
just say.
basic education
Let's
usually
say.
not that
Okay, let's say
okay.
primary, secondary, and tertiary, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's combine all the three. So, primary, secondary, and tertiary.
Because review studies on basic education is not usually that rampant.
Yes, exactly.
So I think it will strengthen our gap in this study.
So, I think, okay, someone sent a message to the chat. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, thank you for that. So, I think for exclusion, we don't have anything to put in the exclusion since we are including all the levels of education, right? Okay. And from what I know, in the UK and the US, instead of using secondary, okay, they use high level.
Okay, high school.
Yeah, high school, yeah. So let's use high here. So, is there any other thing we need to consider? I'm just trying to look for. Please, let's think. Oh, is there any other thing? We need
Since
to
you are
talk.
considering high as secondary, what about the tertiary? So do we need to bracket it as college? In the other countries they use college.
Yeah, college or higher. Yeah, college or higher. Yeah, that's correct. So this place will be MC. So we just leave it like that. There's still more. There's still more. There's still more. I'm coming. I'm just trying to look for something. There's still more. There's still more we need to put. That's not all.
So, I don't know.
Something relating to. Oh, I'm coming. Please let me quickly open one of the papers and. Did I even use
And
that?
also, for that primary, can we just bracket it as elementary? Because they use elementary as
Okay.
the primary.
Elementary.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for that, sir. I believe what we're searching for as well, the type of maybe technology we are searching for, so we need to consider that too. Or don't we think so?
It's actually nice.
So we use food test and we use food test articles.
Okay, let's
I
see.
know you can.
Wait, let's see what AI is giving us. AI has given us something. I didn't even think of checking it since. So sorry about
Okay.
that. Educational level says basic, secondary, primary, tertiary. Okay. Studies outside. Oh, yes, exclusion. There's something we need to put there. Yeah, studies outside formal educational settings. Yeah, that's correct. We need to include that. Outside exclusion,
Okay,
formal.
okay.
Yeah, formal education. That's the reason we have these AIs, in case we skip some things. Education settings. Yeah, so we can use that. Yeah, topic relevance is also another thing. So we need to use these as well. Topic relevance. I was saying it the other time that we need to consider that topic relevance. So we say that studies directly addressing AI, emerging technologies, and in teaching and learning. So that's what we are including. So which study are we excluding? Studies focus solely on administrative and non-administrative pedagogical use of technology. So which means that any study that's AI based and doesn't address that doesn't address teaching and learning will be excluded. That's what that is mean. That's what that statement means. All right. So the next thing is okay. Geographical location. We need to put that into consideration. So we are not using contextual relevance. We are not using contextual relevance. We are going to be using what word? Is geographical location the right word to use there as a criteria?
Okay. So that's considered
What is okay, sir?
geographical location.
Sir?
That is the right criteria. Geographical location.
Okay, we should use geographical location. I'm just being skeptical. I'm thinking maybe it's not okay, but since
Okay.
are we okay with that? Geographical location? But before we decide here, let's go to
No, geographical area.
And area can be limited.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. For this, okay, let's go to the thesis statement because we need to look at something there. I think we'll just have to consider all areas. And if you are considering all areas, that would be too broad though. It's better we just limit it to Africa, right? Should we? Please let's
Okay,
talk.
sir.
Let's talk. Oh, if you have
Yes.
any other idea apart from that.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir. I believe so that we can be able to manage it, sir, so that we won't lose focus and it won't be the scope won't be too wide, sir. I believe that's the reason.
Okay, we should make it Africa, right? And sub-Saharan, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, studies across Africa. Is it African and sub-Saharan? So what will now be the exclusion? Studies across other regions. So studies across other regions will be excluded. I think for this methodology, we don't need it again since we've already included the method of paper type. Empirical has covered for all this. Empirical can either be quantitative, qualitative, or mixed method, right? So there's no need, there's no point repeating that. There's no point repeating that. So we are good to go here. Are we okay with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Did I choose the right one? Okay. Okay, so that is it. So the next thing now is that let's go to our open science framework and go and register our research protocol, right?